It's finally happening, and no one's talking about it, not the way they should. Everyone sees the moon, but almost no one sees what's hidden behind it. June 19th is not just a date, it's a hidden turning point, a final lunar threshold before the solstice fire sweeps through. This last quarter moon is ancient, ruthless, sacred. It carries the frequency of endings that were delayed and beginnings that demand your full surrender. You're not imagining the sudden emotional waves, the vivid dreams, the feeling that something old is being pulled from your bones. That's the portal, and it's already inside you. This isn't just a moon phase. This is a karmic break in time. So stay with me. But first, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and comment 777 below. On June 19th, the last quarter moon in Pisces forms a powerful square with the sun in Gemini. A spiritual conflict between illusion and truth, between memory and future self-emergence. This moon isn't passive, it's ruled by Neptune, the dissolver of veils, pulling hidden truths from the deep ocean of your subconscious. And it's happening just days before the solstice, the ancient solar gate of rebirth and reversal, when the light stands still and listens. We are now in the final waning days before the sun enters Cancer on June 20th, crossing the threshold of the solstice axis, the line between mortal and immortal time. In Egyptian myth, this was the eye of Horus opening in the sky, the watcher of souls passing between worlds. This is not just planetary motion. This is an ancient stargate unlocking karma, visions, and higher timelines. If you're feeling disoriented, it means you're aligned. This moment isn't random. Your soul chose this exact alignment, this moon, this solstice, this pressure, long before you were born. And now, as the last quarter moon wanes and the solstice portal prepares to ignite, you're standing inside a sacred in-between, a cosmic womb where old timelines unravel and new soul codes activate. This isn't just the end of a lunar cycle, it's the end of a karmic loop you've repeated across lifetimes. People, patterns, and places that once fit are suddenly falling away, not because something's wrong, but because your vibration has shifted. The contracts that once kept you tethered to pain, repetition, and smallness are now unlocking. You are not just healing, you are upgrading. These energies are rewiring your light body, downloading clarity into your spiritual DNA, initiating a 5D consciousness leap where fear no longer controls your path and intuition becomes the compass of your reality. That's why so much feels uncertain right now. The version of you that was built to survive is dissolving, so the version that came to lead, love, and create in full alignment can rise. This moon solstice bridge is your rebirth point. You may feel tired, emotional, restless. That's because your spirit is rearranging behind the scenes. You're being aligned with a higher path. And yes, it may feel like you're breaking, but you are not breaking. You are cracking open. Your soul chose this threshold, this pressure, this path, not as punishment, but as preparation. Because something is coming, something your future self has already seen, and this moment is what makes you ready for it. You may be wondering why everything suddenly feels heavier, why your body aches in places it didn't before, why your sleep is scattered and strange, and your emotions keep swinging between stillness and storm. This is not weakness, it's not regression, it's activation. The energy flooding through right now is not gentle, it's solar fire and lunar shadow moving through your nervous system, recalibrating your timelines, shifting your electromagnetic field. That's why you might feel exhausted one moment and wide awake at 3:00 a.m. with your heart racing the next. The insomnia, the sudden bursts of energy, the ringing in your ears, the pressure in your chest, it's your soul responding to the light codes pouring in through this rare alignment. You're not broken, you're transforming. The ache behind your eyes, the tightness in your throat, the sudden tears you can't explain. These are not signs that something is wrong. They are signs that something is leaving. Old grief, cellular memories, ancestral fears. They are surfacing because the body remembers what the mind tried to forget. And now, under this moon and within this solstice gate, the soul says it's time. Many of you are feeling disconnected from the world around you, unable to relate to people, places, or even passions that once lit you up. That's not apathy. That's your frequency changing. Your vibration is no longer matching what once defined you. And though it can feel lonely, disorienting, even frightening, it is sacred. You are not stuck. You are being stripped of everything that can't follow you into your next chapter. Your bones are remembering who you were before the world told you to forget. Your body is realigning to carry more truth, more light, more presence. Let yourself cry. Let yourself sleep. Let yourself feel strange. This is not collapse. This is emergence. Every shiver, every tear, every spike of emotion is your soul purging what it no longer needs. You are shedding skin that was never yours. You are stepping out of old karmic clothing. You are breathing through the fire of your own becoming. And even if no one around you understands what you're going through, you understand. Deep down, you know this is sacred. You are not meant to go back. You are meant to rise. This portal is not only about light, it's about what the light reveals. As the last quarter moon wanes and the solstice approaches, a sacred mirror is being held up to your soul. And what you're seeing, what you're feeling, is not a regression. It's your shadow rising to be integrated. The parts you've hidden, denied, buried, they are resurfacing not to punish you, but to finally be seen. Shadow work is the heart of this portal. Carl Jung once said, "The shadow is the part of ourselves we do not want to be." And yet, in refusing it, we also refuse our full power. What's surfacing now, anger, guilt, shame, grief, fear, is not a mistake. It's intelligence. It's memory. It's energy that was pushed down because you didn't yet have the strength to face it. But now you do. Karmic echoes are rising through your relationships. Maybe you've noticed old wounds playing out again. Abandonment, betrayal, rejection. This is your soul's way of asking, will you react the same way, or will you choose differently this time? The patterns that return now aren't setbacks. They're sacred tests, coded with choice points. This is how karmic loops are closed. You may find yourself revisiting painful memories, questioning your worth, even doubting your path. These aren't signs that you're failing, they are invitations. The shadow isn't evil, it's wounded light. It's the part of you that had to break in order to survive. And now, during this portal, you are being asked to turn toward it with courage, not fear. Sit with your discomfort. Name the thing you've been running from. Let yourself feel the ache without rushing to fix it, because within that ache is gold. The shadow holds the blueprint for your transformation. Only by facing it can you reclaim the power that was lost when you split yourself in two. This moment is holy. It's uncomfortable, yes, but it's also a reunion, a return to wholeness. You're not here to escape your darkness. You're here to integrate it, to become the light that knows itself completely. And that light, born of shadow, is unstoppable. Something irreversible is unfolding, not outside of you, within you. This isn't just an astrological shift, it's a soul ignition. The last quarter moon on June 19th is not simply about release, it's about reset. It marks the final clearing before the solstice gate swings open and floods your energy body with frequencies you haven't carried in this lifetime. You are being rewritten on a cellular level. Your spiritual DNA, dormant codes, ancient memories, divine potential is being reawakened. These aren't just metaphors. Your body may feel strange, electric, heavy or light all at once, because the blueprint of your being is receiving instructions from higher realms. You are being realigned to the version of yourself that remembers your purpose. The chakra system is shifting too. Many of you will feel heat or tingling in the crown, pressure in the heart, or waves of emotion rising from the root. This is reactivation. The energetic wheels within you are spinning faster now, recalibrating to hold more light, more clarity, more truth. The throat is especially active. Truth must be spoken. Silence is no longer safe for the soul. This is a spiritual rebirth, but unlike past upgrades, this one doesn't ask for your permission. It moves through you like sacred fire. It takes what's not aligned and purifies it. It pulls forward what has been buried, your intuition, your gifts, your power, and anchors it into form. You may begin sensing energy more vividly, seeing signs faster, dreaming with purpose, feeling a strange familiarity with places, people, or memories you've never lived. That's not imagination, that's remembrance. You're not becoming something new, you're becoming something true. And through this, your soul contracts are shifting. The people who fall away now are not losses, they are closures. The silence, the distance, the endings, they are exits written in your soul plan so that your path can open. This is not just healing, this is activation, a sacred rupture where the old self burns and the real self rises, whole, sovereign, unafraid. This is why the intensity is so high. You're not being punished, you're being initiated, and the more you resist it, the more painful it feels. But when you breathe into it, when you say yes, you begin to remember why you came here. This moment is a divine opportunity to shed what is dead and step into your encoded potential. Let the solstice baptize you. Let this moon be the doorway. You are not behind, you are not broken, you are rising, and your light is being remembered by the universe. Something much bigger than your individual healing is unfolding. What you're moving through right now, the releasing, the remembering, the awakening, is not happening in isolation. You are part of a larger wave, a synchronized global activation. And the moment we are standing in is one of those rare thresholds where personal transformation becomes planetary. Every shift inside you is echoed in the collective field. Every shadow you face, every truth you reclaim, every choice you make to rise instead of retreat, it pulses through the energy grid that links all souls on this planet. We are not separate. We never were. You are a living node in the web of humanity, and your awakening sends ripples across timelines, dimensions, and lives you may never meet but deeply affect. Right now, the Earth is undergoing a vibrational upgrade. The magnetic field is fluctuating. Sacred sites are activating. Ley lines, the energy rivers of the planet, are carrying the frequencies of rebirth. And humanity is being invited into a new paradigm, one not rooted in fear, division, or survival, but in presence, unity, and remembrance. This is the pulse of the new Earth, but it cannot be built through governments or systems. It must be born through us, through hearts awakened, through souls embodied, through individuals like you who are brave enough to clear the old trauma frequencies and hold a higher vibration even when it's hard. Because every time you choose love instead of fear, presence instead of panic, truth instead of performance, you are anchoring a frequency that others can step into. Your vibration becomes a ladder for the collective. This moon and solstice aren't just shifting you, they're reshaping the frequency architecture of Earth itself. The collective grid is being rewired. New codes are coming in. You may have felt this, waves of emotion that don't seem to belong to you, a strange heaviness in your body, sudden grief or deep peace that has no name. That's because your energy field is expanding, attuning to the collective. You are a transmitter now, a vessel for higher frequencies, a conscious anchor point for unity consciousness. And it doesn't mean you have to be perfect. It doesn't mean you have to save the world. It means you are here to remember. And in doing so, you become a lighthouse for others. When you heal your inner child, when you stand in your truth, when you release ancestral pain, you send a signal. You restore a broken link in the chain. You help others remember that it is safe to rise too. This is why the pressure is so intense. This is why your emotions have been louder, your senses sharper, your intuition more demanding, because your role is expanding. Your energy field is recalibrating so it can hold more light, more clarity, more power, and you are not alone. Across the planet, other souls, old souls, starseeds, empaths, wisdom keepers are waking up. Some are remembering their mission for the first time. Others are stepping into a new level of embodiment. But all of us are linked. Even in our solitude, we are forming a global web of remembrance, one heartbeat at a time. The old systems are shaking. Illusions are crumbling. Truth is rising, not just in governments, but in us. And no matter how chaotic it looks on the surface, underneath it all is something sacred, a rebalancing, a resurrection. This is how the new earth begins. The new earth is not a place we escape to. It is a frequency we remember and embody. It is created moment by moment through choices that ripple across timelines, through energy that cannot be measured by machines but can be felt in every heart that dares to wake up. And right now, more hearts are waking up than ever before. This solstice corridor is not just thinning the veil, it's thinning the illusion of separation, the illusion that says you're alone, that your pain is yours alone, that your healing doesn't matter. That illusion is dissolving. What rises in its place is oneness, unity, consciousness, the understanding that when you heal your lineage. When you rise, you lift the grid. When you embody your light, you activate the light in others, even without speaking a word. We are beginning to remember that we are not fragments, but fractals, each of us holding the pattern of the whole. And this energy we are inside of right now, this moon, this solstice, is triggering global memory, soul memory, ancient, knowledge buried deep inside your blood, your bones, your breath. That's why everything may feel unfamiliar and familiar at the same time. You're not just becoming someone new, you're returning to who you were before the forgetting, before the conditioning, before the fear. And with that remembrance comes responsibility. You're not here to carry the world, but you are here to carry your piece of the code, a frequency, a light, a medicine only you can hold. And when you suppress it out of fear, doubt or guilt, the collective grid weakens. But when you own it, speak it, live it, the grid strengthens. Reality shifts. The global energy is changing because enough souls have said, I remember. Enough souls have chosen presence over programming, connection over comparison, purpose over performance. And that creates a tipping point, a collective threshold we are crossing now. The systems of the old world are fighting to stay alive. Systems built on scarcity, control, division. That's why the chaos outside is rising, because the frequency beneath is changing, like a fever breaking, like old wires sparking out as new light floods in. It may feel unstable, unpredictable, overwhelming, but that doesn't mean it's wrong. It means it's working. And this is why your personal work is so important right now, because the more grounded you are in your light, the more calm you hold in the storm, the more real you are in a world of illusion, the more the planet stabilizes through you. You don't have to be loud to shift the grid, you just have to be true. When you align with who you are, no mask, no filter, no performance, you become a beacon, and others remember what that feels like. It gives them permission to return to themselves. That's how unity spreads. It's not a utopia waiting in the distance. It's a vibration forming right here, through your nervous system, your relationships, your breath. The new earth does not descend from the sky. It rises through embodied souls like you. And now, with this moon behind you and the solstice before you, the invitation is clear. Choose the frequency of what you came here to build. Be the stillness, be the remembrance, be the grid. You are a living transmission of a world that is being born through light, truth, and radical love, and your energy matters. Now that you've felt the shift, now that your soul has remembered something it cannot unknow, you may be wondering, what do I do with all of this? You don't need to do more. You need to do what's real. These next 48 hours are not ordinary time. They are a crack in the structure of reality. The veils are thinner. The field is softer. What you say, what you feel, what you choose now, it echoes. These are not just rituals. These are activations, and the more sacred your action, the more precise the frequency you anchor into your life. What's required now is not control, but conscious participation, not force, but symbolic surrender. We turn to ancient ways not because they are old, but because they are encoded with soul logic. They speak in the language of the universe: energy, intention, rhythm, breath. There are 3 sacred actions I offer you now, not as rules, but as portals. If you move through them with presence, you will not be the same on the other side. First, the fire of release. This moon is waning, and in Hermetic and shamanic tradition alike, waning moons are for letting go, but not in theory, in embodiment. I want you to write down what is no longer yours, the pain you've been looping, the identity that was built from trauma, the fear you inherited from your mother's silence, the shame you carry in your spine. Write it down, not just what hurts, but what hides, the part of you that smiles while bleeding, the truth you keep editing, the longing you pretend you don't feel. Write it all, then burn it, safely, consciously. Watch the smoke rise like unbound memory. Offer it to the sky as medicine. Say to the flame, I release what no longer reflects my truth. I unhook from timelines I've outgrown. I am no longer available for my own distortion. This is not symbolic. This is real. Fire is transformation. It does not negotiate. Second, the earth of remembrance. After you've burned, you must return to the ground. Go outside, barefoot if possible. Let your skin touch the soil, the grass, the stone. Kneel if you can. Lay if you must. This earth is your ally. In shamanic cosmology, the earth is not background. It is the original body, the great stabilizer, the womb of memory. Close your eyes and feel what rises through your feet, the magnetic pull that reminds you, you are not separate. You are not floating. You are here. Place your palms to the ground and speak to it softly. I remember why I came. Anchor me in truth. Anchor me in this now. Stay until you feel your breath slow. Stay until the racing stops. Stay until you can hear your own knowing again, because the earth doesn't just ground, it listens. And when you reconnect, your nervous system recalibrates. Your higher guidance becomes usable. You begin to trust again. Third, the word of becoming. Now that you've burned the false and anchored the real, you must speak the becoming. Words shape vibration. Vibration shapes timelines. You must say who you are, even if your voice shakes. Choose a phrase, a mantra, a sacred sentence that makes your soul stand at attention. Not something weak or vague, but something your future self would whisper back through time. Speak it, write it, stand in front of a mirror if you can, and look into your own eyes when you say it. Something like, I will not resist, I will transform. Say it as many times as you need to, until the energy inside you shifts, until something clicks, until something opens. In Hermetic law, the principle of vibration reminds us everything is frequency. So what you say, especially now, becomes what you are. Repeat it as a command to the field around you. Repeat it as a declaration to the universe. Speak as if your future depends on it, because it does. Why this matters. These 3 rituals are not chores, they are frequency recalibrations, soul alignments, gateways that open not with grand effort, but with devoted presence. And I'll tell you something else. These acts, writing, burning, grounding, speaking, they are ancient. They've been practiced under desert moons, beside mountain fires, in quiet forest circles, long before language had formed. The soul understands them. That's why you feel something stir when you hear them, because deep down you already know. You know this isn't about fixing yourself. You're not broken. You are becoming. And becoming always looks like unraveling first. It looks like grief, confusion, fatigue. It looks like nothing is working. It looks like your life falling apart from the outside, when really it's your spirit rearranging the inside. These practices are here to hold you through that, to remind your nervous system that it is safe to soften, that it is sacred to feel, that you don't have to carry the entire shift alone. You only have to carry your part. The invitation. Let this be the way you meet this moment, not by striving, but by surrendering with power. Not by escaping, but by facing what is and choosing again. Ritual by ritual, breath by breath. If you do nothing else, do this. Feel everything that arises. Burn what you cannot carry. Speak what you are becoming. Return your body to the earth that made it. Because in these acts, you realign with divine intelligence. You stop waiting for miracles and realize you are one. This moon, this solstice, this portal, it's not here to save you. It's here to awaken you. And what happens next will echo through every timeline you touch. So choose with reverence. Walk like your footsteps plant futures. Breathe like the universe is inside you, because it is. And as you move through these sacred actions, the burning, the grounding, the speaking, remember this. The universe is watching how you show up in this moment, not to judge you, but to mirror you. These are not empty gestures. They are soul technologies, and they only activate fully when you feel them. So don't rush through this. Make space, turn off the noise, light a candle, cleanse your space. You are not just releasing emotions, you're releasing timelines. You are not just grounding, you are plugging back into the divine architecture of the earth. You are not just repeating mantras, you are rewriting the energetic blueprint of who you are and who you are becoming. And yes, resistance will come. The mind will question it, the ego will distract, the pain will want to pull you back into patterns. That is normal. That is the threshold. But remember, the shadow resists when the light is near. And if everything in you wants to quit right before the shift, that's when you know you're close. So do it anyway. Feel the fear and still burn the old stories. Feel the disconnection and still place your feet to the earth. Feel the doubt and still speak your becoming. Do it trembling, do it crying, do it real. But do it, because this portal doesn't ask you to be perfect. It only asks you to be present, to say yes with your body, to walk with your soul, to return to the truth that was never lost, only waiting to be remembered through your devotion. And that devotion is the key. Final call. If this message stirred something inside you, if you felt seen, remembered, or guided, leave a comment below with the words, "I am ready for divine alignment." Speak it into the field so the universe knows you've heard the call. Share this video with someone whose soul is quietly shifting, someone who needs a reminder that they are not alone in the fire, that they too are being transformed. Your energy matters. Your presence shifts timelines. And the more of us who rise together, the stronger the grid becomes. May you walk through this portal with courage. May your shadow bow to your light. And may every step forward echo with the truth. You were born for this awakening.